Hello, illustrator Julie Olson here once again with my How to Draw series. Today we are going to draw the llama. Now, many of you may recognize where this llama is from. It's from a video game that is very popular. So, step one, we are going to draw the rectangle. And then, if you know what a rhombus is, woohoo! If not, ask and find out because it's essentially a rectangle pushed to the side a little bit. Then we draw a trapezoid connected to that rhombus. Now see how the rectangle's not quite connected. It looks like it's tilting. That's step one. On to step two. We've got a circle, circle slivers, the nose, the trapezoid for the body, and a rectangle. So let's start out with the circle slivers. These are going to be the llama's ears. They just need to be like cut off slivers of the edge of a circle. Two of them, a full one and a half one. Then we draw the nose, a little line out, slant down, and slant back. And a longer rectangle, because llamas have underbites. This one does anyway. Finally, for the body, it is an upside down trapezoid, and it actually has one smushed corner. So it's not a real trapezoid, but mostly. On to step three, we've got an oval, rectangle, curve, and cones, upside down cones. So let's start out with the oval. This is the big white eye. That is the llama's eye. The rectangle is its pouch because this is the supply llama. And then the curve is its tail. We're going to make a curve on both sides. Finally, for the feet, the legs, we have two upside down cones, but I'm making these tiny little marks at the bottom so I know where to start and end my cone. They almost look like furniture chair legs, like the legs of your couch. Go ahead and put those on the llama, 4 of them. 2 full cones, and then the back ones just kind of mimic it and end at the same height behind. On to step 4. We've got some rectangles up on the head, a circle, an arrow, curves, just a few little details to flesh out our llama. We're going to do his bridle first. We're going to make another line for the rectangle there and a circle right in that corner of the mouth. Got a little angle for his bottom teeth jutting out. And then we are going to do the imagery on the pack that the llama is carrying. So I'm trying to make it as similar to the video game we're referencing as possible. It's interesting. It's a little bit different kind of pack. It kind of looks like a notepad to me with this lock. And the instructions on the outside of the pack change, but for simplicity, I'm just going to do the upward arrow instruction. And for a lock, we just put a tiny little lock there and then do some more curves on the tail. Try and make them overlapping as you see me doing here. And the way you do that is just follow the line of another curve, but end it in a different spot. Finally, we are going to move on from step 4 and get to step 5. I need you to lightly erase, and then we're going to do the final outline for our llama. Yes, I did forget a few little two steps on step 5, part of the bridle and the feet, but we can put those in the final outline phase. So let's just go ahead and erase lightly. If you drew really lightly, you don't have to erase so much at this stage, but I know sometimes it's hard to draw lightly. I have to draw dark so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm erasing lightly the lines, and then I'm really erasing those lines on the neck, on the inside of the neck. But I still want to see them just faintly because they're going to help me draw the piñata fringe on llama here. So, outline. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. I'm just going to go along the outer edge, make sure to keep those angles and corners crisp since this llama is kind of a cardboard llama made out of paper and cardboard. So So keep those angles sharp. Then we get to outlining the bridle pieces for the llama. This is the one we forgot on step 5. Go ahead and put it in here. Outline his jaw and his teeth, his eye, and then put in the little scared eyeball. I love how it's just a dot in the middle. Let's get on to his body, outlining that trapezoid. For the pack, the top of the pack, I'm going to make a little more fluffy because it's kind of like a blanket in the video game on the top. And then the pack hangs over the side. We're going to outline all the things we did really lightly before. We're going to outline them super dark. Now, if you use a Sharpie at this point, you'll be able to erase lines easy, but I suggest just drawing everything at this point kind of dark with pencil, and then in case you mess up. And then we are going to put on the fringe. These are some styles of fringe we're going to be using. You can use whatever style you'd like, but these are kind of the examples. So this first row of fringe is longer off of the bridle. So I'm doing the long individual fringe. And then for each color changing area on the llama, I'm going to do kind of the more solid line. In between the color changing areas, so this section is all lavender above that line. But I want to make these lines over here to the side for a second so that you can see at what point I'm going to have the more solid fringe, because all of these colors need to fit in to make the llama the right colors. So putting in the solid fringe, and I'm speeding up my drawing for time purposes. So you can pause it here or pause it at the end of this fringe drawing and catch up after you get your fringe in place. So after I do the full heavy lined fringe, then I'm going in with lighter, longer strokes, kind of the other styles of fringe that I show up above in between. This helps it look like paper mache. Okay, get out your coloring crayons and start coloring. We've got lavender, kind of looks pink on the screen. Lavender, aqua, blue, purple. Those are the main colors of llama. And this is the order that they go in on the game. You're welcome to use any colors you'd like, and you're welcome to use any styles you'd like, anything you want. You can color your llama the way you want. This is just what my son requested that I draw and teach him how to draw today. So I hope you have loved coloring the llama, and please subscribe, like this video, print out coloring pages from my website at julieolsonbooks.com, and check out my other how to draw videos. Enjoy!